Hello Capricorn and welcome to Providence. My name is KK and this is your general weekly reading for the 23rd of August. Thank you for being with me. I hope you're all very well. Once again, this is for the Capricorn Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs of Capricorn, as well as the cross watchers. Everyone is most welcome here. And as always, please be reminded that this is a general weekly reading and to only take what resonates with you and leave the rest for somebody else out there in the collective. You saw it flip out. Here we start with the Six of Pentacles to start your week, Capricorn. Now, the Six of Pentacles is a card called the Reciprocity card. This is about the giving, the receiving, the sharing of wealth, being generous, being charitable, all those wonderful things. I also see this as in a slightly different reciprocity angle of also knowing what you have to offer and what that is worth. And yes, that can be in a financial sense, but it can also be in the sense of your time, your energy, your emotion that you put into something. Are you receiving that back? Are you receiving that return on your investment, so to speak? You know, are you pouring all this time into a particular situation in your life? Are you receiving the rewards of that time? So keep that in mind, but certainly reciprocity is the topic of the week for you. Let's get all the cards on the deck, Capricorn, and we'll get a little bit deeper into this weekly reading for you. Rightio. All right, card at the bottom of the deck this week is the Seven of Wands. Sorry, there we are, the Seven of Wands. Now, the Seven of Wands is a card about challenges that are lying ahead, you know, about competition, but it's also about your perseverance, your resilience here. As you can see in this image, you've got the higher ground. People can poke and prod and challenge you with their wands down there, but you've got the higher ground. You're actually going to overcome these challenges with your perseverance to see it through. Whatever competition, whatever obstacles may stand in your way this week, you are going to overcome them. So it's a great energy to have with you as the week continues. All right, let us see what is crossing you this week. Temperance is crossing you. So temperance is always a call for balance and moderation in all areas of your life. Perhaps there's a little bit of a work-life misbalance that's going on for you. This is the week to rectify that, to balance everything, to have your thoughts, your actions all in moderation. It's also a card about patience. Having patience with yourself, having patience with your progress, having patience with other people, having patience with your intentions to manifest into your life. So keep that in mind, and it's crossing this reciprocity card. So have some patience. The scales of reciprocity are going to balance out, especially because you're so aware of it this week. So whether that be financial, as we said, or time, emotional, or just the energy that you're putting into something, it is going to be reciprocated this week because we've got the balancing card here. Let us, excuse me, sorry. All over the shop today. In your past position, we have the Five of Swords. So the Five of Swords always speaks about some conflict in the air. It's about some quarrels, some arguments that might be going on around you. It's also a card about winning at all costs. You see these two guys in the background of this card. You know, they've dropped their swords. They're walking away from this fight. Here you are as the victor, collecting their swords, winning at all costs. Did you have the last word? So this winning at all costs energy that's going on has brought you into this reciprocity with the Six of Pentacles. So again, there seems to be a little bit of an imbalance, obviously, with Temperance sitting there and saying to balance everything out. But in the reciprocity card, there's also the scales of balance there. So I think whatever this conflict was, whatever these tensions are, it had tipped the scales of balance. So now everything this week is going to balance out. If this is just the haters hating, then that's obviously going to balance out for you. If this is something more serious than that, it's certainly been exposed with this reciprocity. Again, knowing what you have to offer and what that is worth. The star is in your grounding position this week, Capricorn, and this is the Aquarius card, if that resonates with anybody out there. But the star is the dream come true card. This is the big wish, the big dream coming into your life, manifesting into your life. It's also a card about the renewal of your hope and your faith. Also in your purpose, what your calling is, what path you need to walk. But this dream, this wish being fulfilled by the star here certainly does give you a revitalization of your hope, your faith in humanity, the universe, yourself, whatever the case may be. So that is a wonderful thing that is coming in. And I think this wish, this dream is tied up again to this reciprocity factor, that you are receiving what you're putting out. The Page of Cups is in your crowning position this week, Capricorn, and the pages for me are the messengers of the tarot. And the message the Page of Cups brings is always in an intuitive way. So pay attention to your dreams this week. Pay attention to that little voice inside your head. If you're into yoga, if you're into meditation, pay attention to those insights that come to you throughout those practices, because that is how this Page of Cups communicates. And the message the Page of Cups is bringing you is one about possibilities, opportunities around you. The Page of Cups is asking you to be curious, to look at something perhaps from a different angle. I always find when the Page of Cups appears, these possibilities, these opportunities are actually in your life already. Perhaps they're right under your nose. You just haven't looked at them in that light before, hence this curiosity. Go a little bit deeper, into it. Have a look at it from a different angle. Is this an opportunity waiting for you to take it up? That is the message of the Page of Cups. The Ten of Wands is the outcome of this week. So this week's going to be a little bit tiring. You've certainly got a lot going on to balance out these scales of reciprocity in your life. And the Ten of Wands is a card about hard work, about being stressed, about being exhausted. It's about the responsibility that perhaps has almost become a burden to you, shouldering that burden, so to speak. The other thing about this Ten of Wands card is essentially it's actually a card about achievement. You've actually completed what you set out to do. You've achieved what you set out to do. You wanted to carry this pile of wands from your village to that village, and you've made it. It's been a long, arduous walk. You can't see where you're going anymore. The burden, the responsibility is heavy. You've been stressed out. You've been walking for days and nights, but you've actually achieved what you set out to do. So I feel, again, this points in the direction of the scales of balance and reciprocity are going to be yours by the end of the week. This responsibility, this burden that you feel that you've been carrying, someone else is going to come in and lighten the load for you. Again, knowing what you have to offer and what that is worth. Are you receiving what you put out, so to speak? You will be by the end of the week. Absolutely. As always, Capricorn, I like to take one final card just to summarise the weekly readings for you. But if you are resonating with this reading, by all means, please give the video a like. Please feel free to leave a comment if you would like to. And if you haven't already, please consider clicking that subscribe button below the video, as I do have ongoing weekly readings available for everybody. Let's get this final card out for you, Capricorn. Oh, that's very sweet. It's the Dear Spirit. It is the number 18. And the message Dear Spirit brings is bring a gentle touch. And I think this goes back to temperance here crossing you. Bring a gentle touch. It is all going to balance out. It is going to become moderate. But paying into that, being patient as well. Being patient with yourself, being patient with others, being patient with the universe to bring this dream, this wish into your life this week. Let's see what other messages Dear Spirit has for you this week, Capricorn. The Dear Spirit reminds you that you have the ability to be sure-footed and confident while showing humility and respect for others. You will find that your capacity for calm and grounded communication is heightened at this time. Follow the way of Dear Spirit and you will do well, gaining the respect of others and finding common ground that is pleasing to you. Remember that understanding others and their needs will be more powerful at this time than putting your own first. If you do that, you will be rewarded tenfold. I will leave you with that as the final message of the week, Capricorn. I wish you a fabulous week ahead. I do look forward to seeing you all next week. And until then, from me to you, much love and light. Bye-bye.